So my original plan for this video was to do a tutorial style video on how I changed the cover of my bullet journal, but I had a lot of problem with the footage. Some of it went blank and I couldn't see it properly, and I had a hard time transferring it over to edit it properly. So I don't have all the footage for that, and I feel like I can't properly show you how I did it fully without having all of the footage. So because of that, I'm going to just make this video a chit chat of my plans for the upcoming year for my bullet journal. So plans for my bullet journal. I will mention though that the paper that I'm using is paper that I just googled pretty much 90s wallpaper for this floral wallpaper here, and I found it off of the internet. And all the paper that you see me use for my new bullet journal cover, I just Google it and I printed it out from the printer, and then I'm just pretty much gluing it on with Elmer's school glue. I might do in the future a tutorial of how to change the cover of your book. I might. Like a full proper tutorial, but for today it's a chit chat video. So this particular bullet journal, which I don't know why I'm saying particular bullet journal because it's my first bullet journal, but I got this bullet journal in 2022. I heard of it from a friend of mine at the time. She told me about it, and I thought it was a really cool idea. So I really wanted to try it, and I did really enjoy it, but to be honest, I never really quite knew what to put in it, or I kind of am a perfectionist, so it never looked quite right to me, and there was always a problem, and I missed a lot of days of filling it out. I would just completely not fill it out, which then what's like the point of a bullet journal if you're not even using it? If you know what I mean? So, yeah. So I've been trying to figure out this year how to use my bullet journal in a way that's beneficial to me and that I'll actually use it and that is useful and also fun. And I also don't have to worry about things being perfect or, absolutely exactly the way I want them, because if I'm handwriting this stuff and hand drawing it, I'm gonna make mistakes and it's not gonna be perfect, and I have to let that not bother me. So I started in October, November, December I started in September of 2024, which is crazy how that was last year now. The new year came up so fast. But I started filling out the bullet journal more. So I did September, and I believe I did September and October, and I did the cover page for November as well. But I actually didn't fill out anything else for November. I completely skipped over that month. And then for December, I just simply did a cover page because it was already like the middle of December, and I put like a Christmas countdown, and that was really cool. I didn't put as much pressure on myself for the bullet journal, and I actually really enjoyed it more, but I still felt like I wasn't quite doing what I exactly wanted to. I was still trying to figure out things. So I was looking on lots of videos on YouTube and lots of ideas to look for like what other people put in their bullet journals. And I was actually seeing a lot of reading bullet journals, which I thought was a super cool idea. So from there, I added a page in my bullet journal. It's like a whole bookshelf. And it has a bunch of books on the bookshelf where I can write down the books that I read in 2025. So yeah, I did that page of the bullet journal, and I was actually really happy with it. Although I added 100 books, like 100 spaces to put 100 books, which I thought was a lot. Like, it is a lot. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a goal of mine to read 100 books in a year. I don't think honestly I'm gonna make that goal, because that's like 2 books a week, which is a lot. But we'll see. And then I actually made vision board pages. So I did a bunch of pages where I took a whole page and I put like a vision board type of thing for the upcoming year 2025. And then I also kind of did some vision boards for my whole life, what I want my whole life to look like. And I did it in a scrapbooking style. So I use like extra paper and stamps and tapes and stickers, and it was so much fun. And it almost set the way for like, okay, you don't have to do one exact thing when it comes to your bullet journal. You really don't have to squish into a tiny box and do like this exact thing for your bullet journal. You can really have fun with it and you can customize it. And I really love that I did that, because now, like I said, it set the way for my bullet journal. So now I did January of my bullet journal, and I did a small setup. Since this bullet journal, I already started writing in it and it's about halfway already. I didn't want to do like a full year setup. So basically I just did a setup of, I put an overview of the whole year of every single month. And I also put a goals page, and that's all I put for a setup of 2025, because I didn't want it to fill up very much of the book. So then for January, I did a January cover page. I did a January calendar to show me the actual dates in January, which isn't something that I did before, but I saw a lot of other people doing that in their bullet journals when I would watch videos. And I thought it was a really cool idea. And because I don't always have a calendar, I actually had a calendar in 2024 and I lost it like twice. So it was really cool to make my own calendar exactly the way I want it and kind of decorate it a little bit to my specifications. So I thought that was really cool. And then I added like a weekly cleaning page, a weekly schedule page, and then a sleep and exercise tracker. I kept it fairly simple for January just because I was doing this in like the middle end of December, and I wanted to make sure that it was ready, because that was the big problem for me. I would fall behind and I couldn't catch up on my bullet journal because I didn't have enough time to do it. So this year I'm really making it a goal of mine to do my bullet journal ahead of time, but to also enjoy it, enjoy doing it. And then I also did February, which I'm very happy with. In February, I did the calendar again. The calendar for February. I added a mood tracker though, because I was I regretted not adding one in January, but I also didn't add one because felt like I didn't have enough time to do that. But I added one in February, and it's so cute because February's theme is like Valentine's Day and letters and stamps. So all the mood trackers are like the shape of stamps, and it's really cute, and I really love how it turned out. And I also have a weekly schedule so far. I have a habit tracker, but I'm trying to make this bullet journal last for the rest of 2025 so I don't have to get a separate one. So I put all the habit trackers on the same page in little boxes. So it's just on one page on one side of the book. Instead of in January, the exercise tracker and the sleep tracker got their whole own page, but I switched it up for February, and I'm going to do the same thing I did in February for the rest of the months. That way, I can get this whole entire coming up year, well, not coming up, we're already in 2025, but the rest of the coming up months in 2025, so I can get them to fit in the bullet journal, and I don't have to buy a new bullet journal until 2026. So that's kind of my plan, and I do want to still add maybe a couple of vision boards if I would like in it, and I want to I really want to make reading a big thing in the bullet journal too. I haven't done March yet, so I'm excited to do that. I don't know what theme I'm gonna do yet. I want to have a different theme for each month and do something different, but not necessarily, I don't necessarily want myself to have to like make it a theme to match the month. I'm thinking maybe sometimes I could just do a cool theme, like maybe a movie theme, like, you know, a theater theme. That would be cool. Like, or like a theme of like a picnic theme one month, which I guess would kind of be going along with summer because picnics are in summer. But kind of more themes that kind of match my personality than the actual month. Although, to be honest, September still has to be a fall theme because it's September. So yeah, those are some of the plans I have for my bullet journal. As you can see actually here right now in the footage, I was thinking about putting the first letter of my name on the book, but I couldn't quite decide like if I should or not. I still don't have it on because I couldn't decide if I wanted it or not. Here you can see it's a sticker, so I actually cut it out that way I could place it on the book, but without actually sticking it on the book. I didn't end up putting it on. I still haven't quite decided. I didn't know if it would ruin it or not, or add more of a personal touch. I can say though that I loved how the cover turned out because it's so much more me, and it was the perfect start to almost like a new bullet journal, but it's not a new bullet journal, you know what I mean? Because I've had the same bullet journal since 2022, which is crazy how that seems so far away yet, but it also seems not so far away. But I had the same bullet journal since then. So it was kind of nice to make the cover more of my personality and something that matches my character more. And it's cool to do that like in 2025 because it's almost like starting a new bullet journal without actually buying a new bullet journal, which I was really excited about. So yeah, so basically, honestly, my main goal with my bullet journal this year is to keep me organized this whole entire year and help with time management, and also cleaning around the house too. That's why I added in cleaning schedules to keep me on top of cleaning, because sometimes that can get behind because, you know, life is busy and we all have other things to do. So yeah, I just want my bullet journal to keep me organized, but also I want to have fun with it, you know, make it enjoyable to fill out my bullet journal. And I also want to make it that I can look back and see that day, you know, what was my mood like corresponding to, like, did I exercise that day? Did I sleep well that day? You know, what were my habits that day corresponding to my mood and stuff like that. And I also want to keep track of the books I read as well. So I have a whole page for that. I'm also gonna still look for more ideas for the bullet journal, but I'm really happy with what I have got so far, and I'm really excited for 2025. And I have lots of goals that I want to reach this new year. And there's quite a few things that are happening this year, which I'm really excited about. One of my goals actually is to post at least 24 YouTube videos. I kept it at a lower amount than I wanted to for my goal, just so I didn't feel bad if I didn't reach the goal. But I do hope to post a video a week. So that's kind of like what I want to do, but I put my goal at only 24 videos just to not like put a bunch of weight on my shoulders. But hopefully I will be able to post a video once a week, or maybe every 2 weeks, or maybe once a month. At least every 2 weeks, I think, like 2 a month. So that is my goal. So I have lots of video ideas that I'm very excited about. So thank you very much if you stayed to the end of this video. And if you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content like this. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!